All right, all right. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to tonight's Tuesday night weekly update call with MoveQuest and all things within. I hope everybody's been having a wonderful week thus far and continue to get out every day and get their steps, submit and repeat on an ongoing basis. As always, we want to make sure that everyone that is here this evening, especially our new guests, are welcomed, and to let you know that none of the information that you're going to hear this evening is meant to be enticing in any way. It is not meant to be in any type of investment advice. It is simply information so that you can gain a better understanding of what the platform is actually doing, how it has been orchestrated, and the movement that it is having upward and beyond, what have you. So anytime you are parting with your hard-earned money, we want to make sure that you consult with your private investment advisors so that you're doing the best thing for you and your family at all times. And like many other calls, one of the things that we like to do is set the tone in the right way. And there's no one better than Mr. Hayden Andre to come in and set the tone for the evening. So without further ado, what I want to do is bring forth Mr. Hayden so he can actually give us a couple of little tidbits before we get this evening started and get things set off right. How are you doing this evening, Mr. Andre?
Amazing, amazing, amazing. I'm doing fantastic, Mr. Herschel Crow. How are you tonight, sir?
Wonderful, wonderful, excited as ever, and energized as ever. And I think this walking is playing a huge part in it.
Absolutely. Nothing like a good walk to energize the inner soul. It's super exciting to be involved with this project. Thank you so much, Herschel Crow, for all that you do. It's an amazing time to be alive. It's an amazing time to be active in the service of empowering others. And it's also an honor to work side by side with somebody like yourself, expanding this project around the world. So thank you for all that you do. On that note, good evening, everyone, and welcome to an exciting Tuesday Night Move Quest update call event. This is Hayden Andre, your friendly neighborhood digital asset investor, maxing out with you all right here on Zoom as we always do live in 2025. And as always, we are supercharged, fired up, and extremely excited about success. Special shout outs and congratulations to the entire MoveQuest Nation. Many of you have leveled up in mining power in a very big way. So, just a few quick important reminders before we begin. As always, as I always say, the reminder benefits the entrepreneur. So tonight's reminder comes in the form of a story. Coincidentally, I was reminded of this story when it was mentioned yesterday in a very productive conversation. Big shout outs to the core team and Mr. Kwame Warner. There is a very special tree that every entrepreneur is better off for learning about. This tree is symbolic of patience, perseverance, and prosperity. And it's the Chinese bamboo tree. This tree, once it's planted, it takes a special type of consistent care, regular watering, days, weeks, months, years, with no sign of life above the ground whatsoever. An impatient person, they would look at that and stop watering, you know, after days or months of not seeing anything happen. They would stop taking care due to boredom. No dopamine hit from seeing instant gratification. The person observing from the outside will look at you and say, this person's nuts. Is this man or woman crazy? Standing there, years, watering one spot on the flat ground? They'll walk up to you and ask you, what are you doing? And you'll likely tell them with a smile, watering a tree. And they'll look at you, look at the ground, look back at you with a puzzled look on their face and say, what tree? Little do most people know the Chinese bamboo tree requires regular, consistent nurturing for years so that the roots can grow and shoot deep, deep, deep down into the ground. And when that phase of growth is over, watch out. The Chinese bamboo tree begins to grow upwards, breaking through the ground and shooting towards the sky, reaching heights of 80 feet and beyond within a matter of 6 weeks. But it took 5 years of watering, nurturing, and making sure that it has the nourishment that it needs. Now, did the bamboo tree take 6 weeks to grow, or did it take 5 years and 6 weeks? You see, sometimes a business project can seem like it's taking a very long time to produce the ideal results. The successful entrepreneur nurtures his or her business project consistently over time because he or she knows that they are working with the higher faculties of the mind: perception, will, intuition, memory, reason, and imagination. And they ignore the lower faculties when it comes to visualization of future results. And most people pay attention to what you can see or what you can't see. The entrepreneur pushes forward diligently, knowing that when you're working with the higher faculties of the mind in accordance with the laws of the universe, success is inevitable. It's just a matter of time. The acronym for PUSH, PUSH, is persist until something happens. Keep pushing yourself to work out and eat right. Your ideal body is coming. Keep pushing to submit your proof of physical activity daily. A 5-digit MQT is coming. Keep pushing to bring value to the lives of other people. Financial success and a lifestyle that most people only dream about is coming. MoveQuest is the #1 decentralized move to earn platform in the world, 4 years in the making. You are super early. The roots have grown, and there is no other project on the planet like MoveQuest. Special shout outs to the MoveQuest technical support and customer support team, including the moderators of the MoveQuest Discord channel and other social media platforms. For those of you who are new, welcome. MoveQuest is simply a move to earn app. Help to get set up is available. For those of you who are new to the industry, please, please, please prioritize safety, security, and best practices. Safety and security is officially the new sexy. Errors in crypto and blockchain can be disastrous and result in loss of very valuable digital assets. So double check, triple check your transactions before sending and confirming them. One of the unique characteristics of crypto and blockchain is that transactions, they're very secure, but once they are completed, they cannot be reversed, deleted, or duplicated. And remember, no one from any branch of MoveQuest will ever contact you privately asking to connect your wallet somewhere or share your private security information. Never ever share your password or private keys to anyone. Learn more about MoveQuest by visiting www.movequest.com, the official MoveQuest YouTube channel. Visit the MoveQuest X account, Facebook, and Discord channel. That's all for the coach for tonight. Stay focused, stay rich, max out all day, every day. Herschel, back over to you.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you once again, Mr. Hayden. And you make me want to go plant some more trees, just so I can water them, knowing what's going to happen as time progresses. So definitely thank you for those words of wisdom and information for everyone this evening. So without further ado, I want to go ahead and introduce, the founder of this platform and allow her to, share whatever information she wants to share with us this evening. And I really commend her for the amount of time and energy that she continues to put forth into this project. I know it seems like it was only a few days ago we were here last Tuesday, and she chose to actually stick around and answer every single question that the community had, or whatever. So my hat is definitely taken off to her for doing that. However, this evening we're going to reciprocate and not put as much pressure on her this evening to have to do that, or what have you. So, but Miss Lynette, we're going to go ahead and yield the floor to you so that you can share whatever information you'd like to share with us this evening. How are you doing?
I'm doing really good. How's everybody else doing? I am in an echoey room, aren't I? Do I echo tonight?
It's a little echo.
Yeah, I can't help it. I have to go into a quiet spot or no one would be able to hear me.
We can hear
Detroit
you.
Tigers are on. Yes, I'm like almost in a closet. So it'll be a short meeting tonight. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. I'm gonna start off with the exciting news that we have. So currently, I haven't been able to add everything up because today's been extremely busy. But we have given away over $40 million worth of dock slots, Trailblazers, Vanguards, and Titans. Um, we are no longer giving out Titans as of 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on August 20th. So tomorrow night at 9 p.m., that will be the end of the Titan in the Vanguard giveaway. So anybody who hasn't upgraded to the 18 dock slots, you'll want to do that before tomorrow night, midnight Eastern, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Once that time is up, that's it. That will be the end. There won't be any more Titan giveaways. So that was the end for. That was a very huge giveaway. All right, so let's talk about what the miners are going to do. The mining power increase, and we could very well see that start by the end of this week or the beginning of next, just so you all know. The Titans will be able to increase up to 1,000%. I run tests on everything. And one thing that we said was it was only going to be the Titans that could increase their mining power. However, after running all my algorithms, it's not fair to the other miners not to be able to increase their power. All miners will be able to increase their power by 2.5 times. So that means navigators will be able to increase their mining power to 125% from 50. Trailblazers will be able to increase their mining power from 100% to 250% would be the max. Explorers from 150 to 375%. Vanguards will be able to go from 200% to as high as 500%, with your Titans being able to go to 1,000% and above. That means as the algorithms are working and we see that everything is running the way it's supposed to run, those could even go as high as 1,250. Okay, those will always be able to, they'll always have more power than the other miners, but we have to be able to give the other people with the lower powered miners the ability to compete for the MoveQuest tokens. What is going to determine the mining power increase in the beginning? So because we haven't completely whitelisted all fitness trackers, the ones that we know can't manually be manipulated with their fitness data, it will be uninterrupted submissions, how long you hold your claims, the amount of MoveQuest that you have staked, and how many you've helped build into the community. In other words, your referrals. So if you're sharing MoveQuest with your friends and family or your network connections, your mining power will also increase based on that. And also, if you're mining with the max dock slots, meaning if you're open to 18 and you're consistently mining with 18 miners, that's going to increase your mining power. And that's across the board for all of the miners. And the boosts will also go live at the same time. as the mining power of these miners begins to increase. We'll have this all mapped out for you. We're working on getting a guide for everybody. So you'll know what the elements mean, you'll know what the attributes mean, you'll know how these miners increase their mining power, how they decrease their mining power. You'll know what the boosts do as well. We'll have 3 types of hatcheries. There will be a nesting hatchery, okay? And that is not going to reward any miners. You're able to deposit into the nesting hatchery. It'll have a minimum deposit of $20 worth of MoveQuest. There's not a fee to use the nesting hatchery, but you have to submit in order to get that bonus mining reward from the nesting hatchery. I'll give you the mining reward on our next call. Still playing with those numbers a little bit. Not all my tests have come back quite balanced the way I need them to, so I'm still working those numbers to make sure that we have to stay within a certain number of MoveQuest, and so everything has to balance on what can go out in a day. Then you have the incubator hatchery, which is where you mint the vanguards. You spend the MoveQuest, but you earn on you're mining additional MoveQuest through that incubator based on the amount of MoveQuest that you spent on those vanguards. And then there's the golden hatchery. The only way to get into the golden hatchery is if you're in the nesting hatchery first, or the vanguard, or the incubator. So that means that when those cards, those staking cards, are completed, you roll them into the golden hatchery. If you don't roll them into the golden hatchery, it will disqualify you, okay, for the golden hatchery. It means you have to start over in either the nesting or the incubator. In the golden hatchery, it will do at least double what the incubator does. So right now the incubator does 0.001846. And right now we're looking at 0.003692 for the golden hatchery. If that changes, we'll let you know, but right now that's what those numbers are coming in at. And that one, you'll have the ability to compound, meaning whatever you're mining in a period of time, you'll be able to take those mining rewards from the golden hatchery that you've earned, and you'll be able to roll them into your balance so that it will increase the amount of reward that you're earning from that golden hatchery. Okay, so we are doing the final testing on that. The leasing, we're doing some final testing on that. That will be available. I mean, for the most part, it's ready now. We would really like to see a bit more demand for those miners before we release the leasing, but we will show you guys how it works, even if we don't make it live, just so you know that that's done. That's part of our roadmap. However, we can't release it into the system until there's a demand for those miners. Currently, we are at about, I was just running the report so I can tell you guys exactly. And it's still not done, it's still at 95%. But we have 84,521 miners that are currently mining the MoveQuest token. Whether all of those are submitting or not, I don't know. You know, we just know what's been docked. Some of those probably are not. I know we've got about, I don't know, 4,000 wallets that have 1 and 2 dock slots. I'm not sure. I think those are the more inactive ones. I think that what you see left sitting in the upper tiers, especially 16 and 17, 15, 16, and 17, I would guess that those wallets, for the most part, may not be active because you would have to be almost insanely nuts not to upgrade your mining docks to 18 to get the Titans and the Vanguards. It is more than worth it to do that. So I would probably guess that the majority of those are not active. They'll re-engage for whatever reason that they're not, but that's just inevitable. Here's where I'm going to have a little bit of fun because I'm going to share my screen here. You guys all know I love picking on Stefan, right? And, you know, they just had their big Trailblazer giveaway. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, Trailblazer. You know, where'd they come up with Trailblazer? And what that is a big token airdrop. So last year they gave away 30 million tokens to their users, and they just did it again. Now, you guys, when you look at this, you guys can see my screen. I gotta wait for this to come back up. Hold on here just a second. Let's oh, it just did. Let me stop that. Okay. This is Stefan. Now, for those of you who wonder, is it really worth it to be in MoveQuest? Well, let me give you some really sound numbers. Stefan had 2 million people in their first 90 days. 2 million. Their token is now at 0.04 cents. And they're excited about this. Okay, I was laughing. I'm like, 2 million people. This is the biggest failure I've yet to see in the crypto space. I really hope they do well, but I just can't see it. They're considering that this could actually go to 7 cents. How exciting is that? We've got people in our own community that are complaining because MoveQuest, with 4,500 consistent engaged users, is at $5.30. Okay, now think about that. Stefan, who had over 2 million users in their first 90 days, can't get to $1. Okay, they can't get to 10 cents. They can't even stay at a nickel. And we've got people in our community who are just like, wow, we're only at $5.30. Guys and gals, we don't even have 5,000 people submitting every single day. And it's already had an all-time high of $125. Stefan never even came close to seeing that market high. We are, yes, pretty much consistent at the $5.30, but when we get ready to do our marketing campaign, the community begins to grow. It only takes 7,600 people who are mining with 18 trailblazers to take the MoveQuest token over $1,000. In fact, it would take it up to about 1,200. Now, if you consider everybody selling, you're probably looking at a market value of between $700 and $800 on a low. Okay, now we haven't at that point even hit 15,000 people in our community. Okay, so I think this is something to get really excited about. That's just my personal opinion. That's something to really be excited about. $5.30, less than 5,000 people who are mining. Compare that to Stefan, who has over 2 million people who bought their miners, sometimes as much as $500,000 for a sneaker. Now it's not like that, but it was when they first got started, and they're at 4 cents. I love to have fun with this kind of stuff because I love to compare what I like to call the graveyard move to earn projects. Stefan is in the graveyard. MoveQuest, we haven't even gotten started yet. Okay, so this is life changing. You guys have to realize that when you're mining, and this isn't a get rich quick scheme, it is genuinely an ecosystem that sustains itself. And it's going to sustain itself based on the community's engagement. And when the liquidity injects, it's injecting because it's stabilizing at a market value, or it will do some corrective buys because it has to buy the MoveQuest to pair it to the USDT. You guys, it is very solid. And I've been working on, and this is why you guys haven't heard much from me in the last few days, making sure that you guys have a presentation on the 1st of September. All the marketing materials will be ready. They'll be loaded in the back office. We will have banners, different ads. Our own marketing campaigns will begin running as well. And we're really getting ready to push. But you're going to have all the information that you need. You'll have like little pamphlets if you want to download those. We will have, those of you that are going to different events that have contacted me, we'll have a pre-loaded wallet system. So when you go to an event, all they need is the code for that event, download the app, push a button, and it will preload their mining dock so they can get started right away. Mining the MoveQuest token, so you don't have to go through all the steps. So they're going to have to learn, but at least you'll be able to get them set up right then and there. It'll be a very quick process. So we have a lot of things that we're buttoning up. This is like the final phase of our roadmap. The only thing that we will have not completed on our roadmap over the last 4 years are the challenges. So we're winding down now, where we're going to really be able to focus on the marketing and the community building. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I have to add. I encourage you guys to reconnect with anybody that may not be active in MoveQuest and let them know that tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, that is the deadline, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Those of you who are in, working towards that 2,500 milestone, you will get your Titans for reaching or for coming in. Okay, you didn't get them at 2,000 because you came in after that, like at the 2,100. So all of you who have come in after that, you will get a Titan. I don't see us hitting the 5,500 mark by tomorrow night at 9 p.m. It would be kind of a miracle if that happened. It'd be amazing. It would be wonderful, but I don't see it happening. So those of you who did go to 18 but you missed the 2,000, you will get that Titan anyway. So you'll at least get the one. Let me see here. Is there anything else, Herschel, you can think of that I need to mention tonight?
Not that I can think of. You pretty much covered all the major things that I was aware of.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to add this week, just simply because I went over everything last week. And really this week we're just wrapping everything up. We did decide that the August 15th date, one, I'm behind, but two, it's not the developers this time, it's actually me. Everybody's getting their kids ready for back to school. So it would have really been a bad time to do that. See, my kids are grown adults now, so I forget about, school getting started. And this, the last 2 weekends before the start of school, usually it's pretty hectic for parents. And so we're going to do September 1st to start really kicking this off. So I hope you guys are excited. It's been a really good, I started giving all these minors away July 19th is when it started. My biggest thing was I wanted to prove to everybody that we don't need the new money coming in. When you mint the minors, that would be considered new money, right? When you come in and you mint your very first minor. What people didn't understand is that we don't spend that MoveQuest. It takes MoveQuest to mint those minors. And that MoveQuest just goes back into the ecosystem as liquidity. We never spend MoveQuest. We only add it as liquidity. And so to prove that, this is kind of, I think everybody needs to experience it or whatever it is that somebody's trying to prove. And so by giving away over $40 million worth of minors, I'll give you the exact number tomorrow night when everything ends at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm sure that'll be closer. I know we're pushing closer to the 50 million mark. And it didn't hurt the project one little bit. What it did was added over 40,000 new miners to the mining dock. People were able to upgrade from Trailblazers and Vanguards and whatever miner you had that wasn't a Titan and add them to your mining dock. So it gave you more mining power with the Titan and the Vanguard giveaways that we had. And all that did was strengthen the ecosystem because it is the engagement within the ecosystem that provides that liquidity. And so by showing you that we can give away millions of dollars of miners and still be solid and actually increase what's available for liquidity, because we doubled what we had in the miners, almost doubled. And then not only that, but so many people were able to upgrade. Let me show you. Well, you guys can see this in your back office, but I'm going to share my screen just one more time. I love MoveQuest. I love that I'm actually able to show people how a real crypto project should operate. That isn't a blockchain, but built like a blockchain. It's exciting for me. Like I am addicted to this project. So what we did was there's 26,000 trailblazers. I can't read my computer very well. 26,698 trailblazers. I'm going to show you where we were at prior. Let me bring up my spreadsheets. Let's see. I won't bore you with all my spreadsheets, but I do want to show you. Let me see. Where am I keeping this one at? Hold on. I think it's a different spreadsheet. It is. All right. On July 19th, we had 48,000 miners that were mining, and we had 6,500 trailblazers that were mining. And by the trailblazers that we've given away, we have 26,693. So what that did with by giving that away, we added 20,000 trailblazers to the mining dock. That's an increase in the ecosystem that will be flowing into the liquidity pool. That's the beauty of this project. We didn't have to sell those miners. We gave them away. Something for you guys to think about. Imagine if we gave every single person that walked the face of the earth these miners, where this project would be. It would be massive because we don't need the new money. And so when anybody ever asks you that question, you can very simply answer. The project gives millions and millions of dollars away of what would have been the new money. We essentially gave $50 million away of what would have been new money because we don't thrive on that. We thrive on that ecosystem. So I hope everybody really, really understands that. So when you say, well, I'm going to take a break because I don't like the market value of the token. When you take a break, it affects the market value of the token. You want to stay engaged because it's the engagement that drives the market value. And as we're building the community, this community is going to grow huge as soon as people realize and they see this. Because it's just about showing up. It's about showing up and submitting that proof of physical activity. And that is how this project thrives. We also added, if we look at here, July 19th, we had 15,000 Vanguards. And thanks to our Vanguard giveaway, we now have 24,399. Did not hurt the project. What this did was it gave whoever docked these Vanguards more mining power, and it contributed more into the liquidity through the ecosystem. And then the Titans, we were at 24,951 is where we're at today. We were at 18,622. Okay, that's what, 1820, that's about 7,000 Titans. Times that by $800. That's just what we gave away in Titans in the last couple of weeks. That didn't hurt the project. Why? Because more people are mining with Titans. Those cost more to submit. And so it just adds more into the liquidity. It's the ecosystem that drives this project. So everybody should be really excited about that. And this little exercise of giving away nearly $50 million was my way of proving that to the community and to any of the critics out there that thinks, well, if you don't have new money coming in, the project can't thrive. Well, we gave away all that new money. It doesn't come in. And we give everybody the opportunity to mine the MoveQuest token and thrive with a thriving ecosystem. This is a thriving ecosystem. I'm telling you, even if you don't believe that, because people don't like the $5 market value, you guys are spoiled. That's all I can tell you. You guys are spoiled because that's not how this works in the crypto space. It works like what StepN does because they don't know how crypto works. They didn't build their project properly. If you look at the mining, 4,300 submissions. Now this was good. We were getting at the 4,500 mark, and then it kind of goes down a little bit. You guys can't forget to submit. And that's going to make your miners earn more mining power. That's a very small number of wallets when you're looking at the crypto community or the crypto space. When this project, and it will, has millions of people, you guys will be sitting on a beach somewhere, so hopefully submitting your proof of physical activity, but you won't be doing what you're doing now. Your life will be completely different. So that's about all I have for my updates tonight, Herschel.
Perfect.
And Hayden, thank you both.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what I'd do without all you guys. I'm telling you what, I'd lose my mind by now. You guys, we have an amazing group of people on our teams, our core team, our marketing team, the Discord team, our support, customer support. Yeah, I would be hairless without all you guys. 100%.
Absolutely. A lot of people may not really understand the amount of time and effort that does go on behind the scenes because we do have a group of people that really, really want to see this project be successful. And, I just want to give shouts out to, those people in the community that are listening right now too, that, we may not necessarily hear directly from, but that I know that are out there that are sharing, that are helping other people in their communities and friends and family, and all those things. That's what a community actually is. And that is how over time this entire ecosystem will thrive. It's those of you that are listening that are the important ones, that really, really bring this thing forward or what have you. So, Miss Lynette, we're going to cut this off. You can look down there right now and see the last message. The last one that you see right there. Leave that one right there. Let's go ahead and grab the ones before that, or what have you, and then we're going to go ahead and call it a night so that you don't have to sleep till mid part of the day tomorrow, like you did last week. So
oh my God, I did too. That wiped me out. It was like what Hayden said. I felt like I was hungover. Yeah, you know what? Why don't we just has opened 2 through 11 docs, so still waiting for. Okay, you guys, honestly, if it happened since last night, I have not had a single spare minute today, and so you don't have to send it an email or anything like that because they will be open tonight. Did you answer most of these? Some of the big companies. Okay, when the big companies, we're working with them, but we've got to get all the marketing materials and stuff like that together. We've got a lot that will be rolling in, but I can't give you an exact date because we want to be ready for them. And a lot of that has to do with setups in their back office. How do we reach people in that community? I don't know. I'm working on that, but trust me, I have a will. I will find a way. I've been talking to Hayden about it. I think I'm onto something. Maybe it was you, Hayden, I was talking to? Might have been Nick. I can't remember now. For those that joined before, yeah. Okay, so those of you that got started before we hit 2,000, you already got one at 2,000, so I don't understand that question. I don't want to clean up their tokenomics. There's no way of fixing STEPN. It is so dirty that there's no cleaning that up. There's no way to clean up STEPN. I mean, there are hundreds of millions of dollars in the hole. They have no utility. It's a dead project, to be quite frank with you. There's no way of resurrecting that thing. If they were smart, what they do is they'd send what little bit of GMT they haven't put into circulation and let people mine it over here, and they just get rid of their mining altogether. But yeah, that's beyond fixing. Unless some really big, deep pockets want to come bail them out, and it would be no benefit to anybody to invest in it. Reward for those who take action but miss the 2,500 mark instead of giving it for those who miss the 2,000 because it was communicated that they won't get it. Okay, so if you made it to the 2,000 mark, you got your Titan. Okay. And if you came in after the 2000, but we didn't get to the 2500, that group will get a Titan. So I'm really not sure, Barnabas, what the issue is, but if you made it to 2000, you got a Titan. And if you came in after 2000, we're still going to make sure that that group of people gets a Titan. So there's nobody that's going to be left out. So there's no issue there. If a wallet opened 10 slots yesterday, it will be open tonight. I have to go in and do those. So what happens if my account is a top level? I mean, 18 active Titan miners. What will happen with the boost? Will I be able to? Okay, so we'll have more on that. I went over what I have available on those already. How have we been able to gain anyone from Step too many people? Well, for one thing, we haven't marketed to them. For another, if I wasn't stepping and I spent all kinds of crazy money, I'd probably think that the next one was crapshoot too. So a lot of it is just proving, to the world that we are different, we're solid, and they'll come. Trust me, they will come. If you build it, they will come. Is there a final date for when we unlock the 10 sites? Okay, so our new promotion going forward will be when people come into the MoveQuest community, they will open slots 2 through 10, and we give them their first slot free, and we give them slot 11 through 18 free, and they receive 18 Trailblazers. So they will spend $720 to unlock their mining dock slots, and they'll get $800 worth of miners when they do that, because that's how much the Trailblazers cost. And so basically they're getting what, 1,400, I don't know, whatever the money, whatever the value is. And then we open up the next. So that will be, that's what our major marketing campaign will be. And we are honoring it now. So when people are getting started right now and they open up 2 through 10, we open up 11 through 18. You can evolve 2 Vanguards to 1 Titan for $450. We increased the price to go to Titan, and we decreased the price to mint a Vanguard. Vanguards used to be $225, they're now $175. And Titans went from $350 to $450. So same price all the way through, but we shifted it a little bit differently. And we did that because of the hatchery to maintain a balance in the hatchery rewards. This will be ongoing, Rachel, for probably the next 60 to 90 days, where you unlock the first 10 to get the last 8. We plan on doing that marketing push for 60 to 90 days. 30 to 60, if it goes well, 90. I do make a bullet list, and then I kind of skip around it. And then I usually ask, like Hayden or Herschel, if I left something off my bullet list. Just so you see, I have all kinds of bullet lists here. There you go. No, you can't see them, but I make lists before I get on these calls. I got 3 pages full of lists, but thank you for that suggestion. I believe I'm missing 2 Vanguards. Well, go into support and give them your wallet or get it to one of our admins. I would probably say you're not missing them because I've double checked everything 2 or 3 times, but just in case I'm wrong, I will check it for you again if I can get your wallet. Anything that's on the Binance chain has to stay on the Binance chain. Everything that's on the Avalanche chain will stay on the Avalanche chain. You can't cross chain or can't, cross swap on chains like that. Not for the mining purposes or the hatcheries. We don't combine those. They are separate chains. Patty, I'll get back with you on that. Okay, I don't have an exact answer for you, but yes, we're working on a way to still deal with that first 300 wallets that we had talked about, because we don't do commissions over here on this side with the MoveQuest. But that doesn't mean we have it I haven't forgot about those 300 wallets, so that's still being worked on. But I'll touch on that another call. To auto submit. That's a good idea, Curtis. I'm not sure if that's possible with the blockchain, but let me find out. That would be a good thing if it is. I kind of doubt it because you're making a call to a smart contract, but it's definitely something that we can explore. If it's a possibility, we can definitely figure out how to do it. We've done things that others haven't been able to figure out, so we probably could figure out something.
Or weekly submission.
Or yeah. Extend the submissions. Okay, let's think on that. Don't let me forget about that.
Oh.
Is there anything else that the Titans did not receive? Thank you. I'll look into that, Sybil, but again, we haven't got anybody that's missing anything. I've double checked. I've had people come in and tell me that they're missing things. I've even proven to them on the blockchain that they're not missing anything. They still tell me they're missing them. But I will look for you. I'll look in the email. Okay, so you know what? Good question. Is the promotion for new people who open 3 decks? No. So not, okay, let me think on this here. Not really, but I was thinking about those that were already mining with 1 and 2. So we have considered bumping the ones that have 1 and 2 if they open to 4, that we would give them 2. So basically, if you were mining, you had 1 slot, we moved you to 2. So you would have to go to 4. And if you were mining with 2, we gave you 1, so you would have to go to 5, but maybe just keep it simple. So everybody who's at 1 and 2, because I did say we were going to do something. Okay, if you're mining with 1 or 2 dock slots, I can't do it at 3 because we took 1 and 2 to 3. Okay. Here's what I'll do. So if everybody who's in the 1 and 2 and 3s move to 4, I'll give you 5 and 6, but it ends tomorrow night. So 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3. If you want to get to 5, have to open to at least 4, right? Is that what I just said?
No. What you said was if they have between 1 and 3 docks unlocked, they have to move to at least 4, unlock at least 4, and you would give them 2, 5, and 6.
Okay, so if you're at 1, 2, and 3, whatever wallets land in 4, I will open 5 and 6. Let me write this down on my bullet list.
I started writing as soon as you started saying it.
Yeah. All right, so 1, 2, 3, go to 4. I will take to 6. All right. How does that sound, Alvin? Is that fair?
That's perfect. That'll help us push to the next 500 so we can get some more Titans out here.
Yep. Is it possible to get the share for each miner shown on the first screen before having to open up the miner info? We note that too, Herschel. Let's talk to Wally. I think I know what they're saying, but
Which one again?
yeah. So this is Julie. Is it possible to get the max shares for each miner shown on the first screen before having, oh, I know what she's talking about in the Web3 probably, because you have to actually open it up to see what the mining
Gotcha.
power is. That
Yeah.
makes it easier to determine which miner is that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Julia. We'll make sure that happens. Herschel's got that note. If you were relying on me,
Yeah.
it probably wouldn't happen.
I got you.
Coin market cap is
Basically to make it easier for people to determine which miners they want to adopt. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So with coin market cap, we are going to be adding 3 more smart contracts to our list. We'll see to get the proper FDV, so they know exactly how many tokens are actually being held in wallets. They need the smart contracts that are holding tokens that aren't being sold. And so we're waiting on those last 3 smart contracts. It'll be the nesting, the updated golden hatchery, and there was one other contract. I can't remember which one it is. So many of them. Then we'll update that, and we should go right up. So we've been approved for the most part. Like there's no issues, but we want to make sure when we go, it comes out with the right FDV. I don't want to have to go in and update it, and then it looks like it's all wrong and everything. So I don't know if I'll get a Titan because those who joined late was not supposed to get. Barnabas, I don't know what you're trying to say to me. I've already explained it. I can't go over it again. One thing I would tell you is that I'm always fair. So if I say that at 2000, everybody got them at 2000, then they didn't lose anything. And for everybody that came in at 2001 to 20, whatever number we get to, if we don't make it to 2500, are going to get a Titan. I mean, who's missing something? There's nothing being missed. And I don't have to do that because we didn't reach 2,500, which means those 350 people wouldn't even get a Titan. But because I am fair, because I always like to make sure that everybody is never going without something, I'm giving those Titans away even though we didn't make it to 2,500. So I don't understand your question, and I don't want to go over it any more than I already have. Nope, nothing on buying a smart chain tonight because it will be here all night. I will tell you that you want to keep mining your GFAM because it's going to be a hot token. Fractionalized over a global map like a geospatial treasure hunt. I would like to do that. Yeah, kind of screen share what Walter wrote down because we are working in the way of some gamification, and what you're kind of talking about, Walter, as soon as we get this last piece of our final roadmap done. Well, I have no idea how long before it doubles, but I don't think it's going to be that long. I know what is in the process. I just don't know how long it's going to take. It really is a lot of educating. Most, you guys, believe it or not, almost every person that we're working with right now that has a company or a project that they're getting started, or they don't know hardly anything about crypto. And so we're having to make sure that they have everything they need to get started so it can happen quickly. We are reaching more people that have never tapped into crypto than we are people who have been in crypto for some time. Is it possible that the MoveQuest coin could reach $100 by early next year? I think it's going to go well beyond that, even before Christmas. I hear you, Fran. You're funny. I've been watering mine too. Yeah, we are working on that gamification. Hello to the community. I think that thanks to the Titan Snaggers are all welcome. But close daily. So customer support, I don't know their hours. I know some days it's 5, and other days it's 6 and 8. Okay, so Barbara, if you have a compromised wallet, you have to go into customer support. I can't help you with that. Um, and everybody understands. Right now, we're doing everything we can to help people that have had compromised accounts, as far as getting your Titans or your minors, whatever minor it is, and closing those docs and giving you new docs. But there's going to come a point in time where we can't do it because it's just so much work. It takes a lot of time to do this, and I have to pay people to get this done. You guys have got to start being careful. Do not click on links. That's all I can tell you. Just don't click on links. If you're going to close your wallet, like log out of it so that it's shut, and don't approve a spend. Do not give out your 12-word passphrase and do not give out your private key. There is never a situation where we're going to ask you for that unless you tell us that your wallet was hacked. We will tell you to relinquish that private key to our customer support person in person. Okay, camera on, in person. You know what's our customer support. Why? Because then our dev team is going to go in and they're going to take basically over that wallet. They're going to remove your miners and send them to your new wallet. They're going to close those mining dot slots and they're going to intercept MoveQuest if you have in the hatchery so the hacker doesn't get it and get it to your new wallet. The only way we know you're not a hacker is if you've got access to that wallet. Okay. And so if anybody tells you they are our admin and asks you for that private key, do not believe them. You come into our Zoom, and if our customer support doesn't have on their video, you ask them to turn on their video so you can see them. That way you know it's not a fake Zoom either. So customer support needs to turn on their video so you can see their face. Otherwise, you don't give anything away, ever. Or you'll lose everything, and there's going to come a point in time where we won't be able to help you. You are talking to Lynette, Barbara, and as much as I would love to be able to do customer support, I don't have time. I would never be a good customer support person. You guys would fire me because I don't have patience for that. But Kathleen and Janae, and you know, they're in Zoom 5 days out of the week and they will help you. You can go inside the app, the link to customer support is there. You can go on to the Web3 on your dashboard to the help center, and our Zoom is also there. All right, we are done.
Perfect.
Hope you guys are happy. I hope everybody's excited. I'm excited. We didn't make it to 5,500 wallets, but hey, I'm excited. I always set the bar really high, and we almost made it to 2,500. The community should be proud of themselves. That's more than what? It's almost half. It's more than half that's submitting every day. That is amazing. So you guys all should give yourselves big old hands because you did amazing.
Absolutely. Well, once again, Miss Lynette, we want to thank you for taking time out to come and share with us and give us all the wonderful
10 o'clock. We did good.
There you go.
No.
Right on time. Right on time.
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and wrap it there, everyone, for the evening. Hayden, if you have anything you'd like to share before we go, please feel free to go ahead and do so. If not, we will go ahead and wish everyone a wonderful evening and see everyone next time. Anything from you, Hayden? If not,
have an amazing night, everyone. I am super excited. Lynette dropped a lot of bombs on the show tonight, so I'm looking forward to the days to come. And really, it doesn't take much. Everybody just needs to share with one person, and you'd be surprised. The community will double instantly. It's very, very simple.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. With that, good night, everyone.
Night, everybody.
Yeah. Just keep it up, Betty. Earn QT every stride. Build your bag. Don't let it slide. I'm stacking hold. Every mile a story told. Feet on fire, hearts I know. Run it up. Take the dream. The sweat, a winning team. Hey, 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 hey. Move to earn, move to live. MoveQuest shows what life can give. Earn MQT every stride. Build your bag, don't let it slide. Move to earn, move to live. MoveQuest shows what life can give. Earn MQT every stride. Build your bag, don't let it slide. Every step's a fortune chase. Huddle strong, keep up the pace. Freedom's written in this race. Huddle your coins, hold your ground. Watch the value spin around. Financial freedom feels so sweet. One more step.